Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you tonight about jumping to conclusions. I'm always having to put out fires. Like divine feminines are always calling me, say, "What? Somebody threw a kink in my plans. Everything was supposed to happen like X, Y, and Z, and it was all supposed to line up like this, and then this happened. What happened?" And then they get all discouraged and befuddled, and they get really frustrated and they want to give up on their journey altogether, which is always good. I tell them that's good, because when you let go, not give up necessarily, but when you surrender and really let go, it's a really good thing, because you get clear-headed. And when you let go of your needs and desires like that, the desperation, the neediness, any codependent energy, then you actually usher in fresh new energy into the situation. But here's what I was going to say, is that ultimately you have to decide whether you trust life or not. So if you truly believe in the law of attraction, and you truly believe that keeping a high vibration is going to bring you your ideal partner, then guess what? It will. And if not through that prior partner, then through somebody else. There are many, many different avenues and timelines, parallel lives, and ways that we could kind of leapfrog into a whole other life that's like way better. So learn to take all changes as something for the positive. And I don't care if this is like him bragging on social media that he's started dating somebody else and he acts so happy, or that he blocks you, or that he tells you off, or he says he's totally not interested, or I don't care what the circumstance is. Don't read into it. If the fact of the matter is that he blocked you, or the fact of the matter is he posted a picture, don't overanalyze every little thing in that picture unless you're doing it for the positive. Unless you're doing it in a way that it like actually empowers you, that's a good thing. But our egos will try to trick us and try to get our heads spinning, trying to figure a situation out when you're just not supposed to know the answer. You're just not supposed to know why that happened, and you're just not supposed to try and control it. You're just supposed to trust life that has your back, and just let it roll and learn to be happy no matter what circumstances. There's one solid thing in life, and that's change. Change will always happen. Unexpected change, even better, right? So eat it up. And when these changes happen, take it as a really, really great sign. Learn to program the way that you think about these things, so that you constantly are fed with like a positive energy, and you constantly feel like, I can do this. This is even for the better. This is even better. That's even better. And it's like, I don't care how bad the situation looks. How many times in a movie, did somebody lose their job, or have to move, or something really crazy happens that everybody's like, oh, what? That just happened? And then it turns out to be the best thing that ever happened to them. If you have that attitude, you're actually going to attract that into your life, because what you think and what you speak out your mouth is actually manifesting. And we are manifesting machines right now. We're becoming super, super successful and strong and empowered, and we're becoming like the kings or queens that we were meant to be. And as we're doing that, of course the universe is supporting us. Of course the universe has got your back. So never allow yourself to jump to any conclusion that makes you feel like desperate, or makes you feel like this is the end of the road for you, or that this is your last chance, or that this is your, I don't know, if it leaves you feeling really, really, really bad about yourself, or really bad about your journey, or really bad about your masculine, heal it. Figure out what's being triggered there and work on that. It's all about the emotional healing, not necessarily about being with that particular partner. Tons of options out there. If one of them, I've found out about the soul flame. That's just super awesome. And then I've had a lot of verification and confirmation from other divine feminines saying, well, my twin flame never came through for me, but this soul flame is just like way, way, way better. So there are more and more confirmations of that coming through. And so the possibilities are limitless. The universe is capable of so much, and it's bringing you everything you've ever wanted in your vortex. It's like if you ever listen to like Abraham Hicks, they talk about the vortex. You're always putting in your needs and desires and the things that you really want to create in your life into this thing that's like, and then when you get to be a vibrational match for that thing, like you really believe it can happen, it's gonna happen. But however, if you're like if he starts to talk to you, or if you see that the cards look really good and you're just like, could you really think that way about me, or is this talking about somebody else? Or, geez, I don't know, is he just doing that out of pity? Because he's been ignoring me this whole time, and I think it's because he really doesn't like me, but he's just going out with me because he pities me and because he feels sorry for me. Or, you know, don't tell yourself things like that. Don't tell yourself things like that. It just shows that you don't value yourself. If you push away love when it's finally there, it just means you don't love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, you're not going to accept somebody else's love. You're not going to be receptive of someone else loving you. And then you're going to be incredibly needy, and he is going to push you away, and you're going to be devastated all over again. So your primary focus should be to love yourself, boost your vibe, believe in yourself, believe in your path, believe that you are attracting only the best things for you. And that way you're going to get strong. And that way when somebody compliments you or asks you on a date, you're like, thank you, I'd love to, that'd be great. You're not questioning it, you're not wondering. He's not having to constantly prove, no, I really, really do like you. No, I really, really do. No, I really, like, seriously, what do I have to do to prove myself? You don't, you know, that's not going to be a relationship that's going to be healthy or that's going to last if you go into it like that. There are going to be, I mean, everyone has their insecurities going into relationships, and we know that these divine masculines are just extraordinary, or you wouldn't have fallen so hard for them. But they also have their own insecurities. So everybody's got their insecurities you're going to work through, but just don't be one of those people who are so sure that you're not going, that, you know, that anybody doing anything really cool for you is very suspicious or, you know, you're just going to push it away. So, and neediness is just, it's like please tell me that I'm worth it. Please tell me that I'm lovable. Please, you know, when somebody's really needy, sometimes it can be, they don't want to hold their own weight. They don't want to take personal responsibility for themselves. They want to put it on the other person. And that is also like an indicator that the relationship probably isn't going to last for a long time, at least not at this point in time. And a lot of these relationships, as you guys know, they separate when people aren't taking personal responsibility. They come back together when they're totally mature, or have matured quite a bit to another level, and then they come back together again, and then they give it a go again and see if they can make it stick this time, kind of taking more personal responsibility. So what was I going to say too? Like, again, with the not being afraid of failing, not being afraid of ruining the whole thing. I think on both the divine masculine and feminine's part, they have that fear sometimes. And, you know, don't just do your best. Just be kind and compassionate and try to communicate with complete honesty. If you're coming from that heartfelt place, things just work out really beautifully. You don't have to be perfect. You just gotta really be coming from a heartfelt, honest place. So again, with the so if you find something out that's unexpected and you don't like it, and you want to kind of plummet to the depths of hell in your heart, and your heart is completely broken and raw, definitely do that exercise, thank you God for my misery, to help you climb up that ladder back to a high vibe state. And as soon as possible. You really don't want to wallow in that. And that if you do wallow in it, it just means that you don't love yourself. So it's all about loving yourself more and more unconditionally. And that way you can also love him or her even more and more unconditionally as well. So, all right, I've rambled on enough. Have yourselves a great day or night, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.